a massive earthquake in the exact location that we just showed to the world twice. I believe that we were just given confirmation that our work may be getting watched. Did we just expose a location that has an old world technology using the Earth's energy? Did we hit a nerve? On July 29th, 2025, a massive magnitude 8.8 earthquake struck off Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, all within the Aleutian subduction zone. We just covered this location. We just said that this location is a gate, possibly built by the old world, to give the entire world free energy, explaining that the volcanoes are the energy being released from a massive power line. Was something destroyed underground, creating one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded? Are they speeding something up in this location now? Do you want me to cover Yellowstone? Let me know in the comments. We know that military bases that I believe were found from the old world are covering this entire supposed fault line. I'm now starting to think it's actually a power line from the old world. Something is going on under the water in these locations, in my opinion. We created episode 131 and 132, fully talking about this fault line, saying that it's generating an insane amount of power. And I believe that somebody knows how to collect it. They figured out the old world technology, and they're using it for something massive. Where just 4 weeks later, the 6th largest earthquake ever recorded happens, where it's tied with 2 others. And I now believe that we have confirmation that something beginning in the 1960s has taken place. They unlocked this technology and began using it right after World War II, the exact moment that all of this technology began flying at us. They unlocked something in this location, because when we look at the top 8 earthquakes to ever be recorded, 3 of the top 8 largest earthquakes to ever be recorded have taken place right here. 1952, a 9.0 earthquake. In 1964, a 9.2. And then something weird happened. Let's just say that they did find old world technology. They triggered these earthquakes and figured out what they're doing. What are the odds that 4 weeks after we expose this location to the world, 4 weeks after 61 years or 732 months, that it strikes again? 61 years later. I just don't believe that that's random. I don't think that's normal. I believe we need to look deeper into this location. I think something was either just destroyed and caused this earthquake, or something was just turned on. An old world technology underneath the water. And we are just getting started today. Welcome to episode 141 of my lunch break. I hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new, welcome. I want to thank all of our sponsors over on Patreon. Thank you to FlatEarthDave.com. You can check out his app, the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac app. I'll put the link right in the description. And you can use my referral code, MLB. If you click the Tartaria button, you'll see the My Lunch Break playlist right here. The app is awesome. Thank you to Rybachiy, David and Sherry Ferguson, Chuck Templeton, Joy Lee, Stephanie Nolan, the Burlesons, Edwin Rice, Charles Kruger, Dan Woodall, Dale, DJ Clicktrack, Jacob Law, Jim Ribley and Christine Duggan, Kyle Glasscock, BKTFnews.org, Ben Dries NL, Natalie Shippenoff, Melissa Edgar, Biggles, Clayton Lamar, Double Task Homestead, John Adams, Robert Zozolins, Attila Power, Forbidden Gecko Love, Justin Grobner Grubb, Leah Strong, Dakota Dunn, Jason Hochberg, Marie C., Michael Dingyu, Patriot Armory, C3SCOB, Jeffrey Temple, SonyaDane.com, James Alt, Bucksui, Jason Press, Suki Warrior, We the People, Migs, Mark Chapman, Muji and DeClan, Ariana Oates, Nathan Burba, Ski, Beacon of Truth, Liberty's Arborist, Thomas Thorpe Peterson, Zinger Coffee and Tea, EvelynMcGregor.com, Emily Maryland, Curious Cat, Mike D, etc., Dan McGee, Lori Hedvig Johnson, Ellie Annie, Seth Craigo, Glenn Gunderson, Mousie's Mouse Cheese Records, Robert's Brain is Gone, Extreme Reality Check, Late for Dinner, Eolo Goncalves, Blake, William Richard Jeffries V, Dax Bill Check and Son, Dylan Mugenberg, Leonard Insalacro, Robert Petro, Katz Hill, Susie Q, Yark 143, GOL, Doc Halo, Kenneth Putt, Brenna Fernandez, Paraduction, Necrodemonics, A&W Kerrigan, Tim Skin, Rod Wah, Sweetest of Peas, Corbin Mechanical, Buck, VKH Bonner, Breaking Bigfoot, Road Warrior, Bruce Latour, Codrenth, David and Irene, Ivan Apoctoli, Ardra Rogers, Brazawayan, Armin Walker, Ivan Apoctoli, Kinda Classy, Kinda Chola, Maybell, When He Set a Compass Upon the Face of the Depth, Laurel L. Burnett, Hoppy John, D. Woods, John and Carlo, Bill, Vince Moreno, Flat Earth Herbs, The Lady Lacey Show, Sven Eric, Dux, MDF TFV, Annika Joyce, The Arnolds, Henry's Mom, Gabriel Spark, Pat Renard, D. Hamur, Harvey, Brittany Hill, Bradford's Donkey Wagon Deluxe, Erniho, Lucy, Shibba Shaba in the Darkness. You guys are all awesome and helping this channel out. What happened in 1952 and 1964? What's going on along this dripping cord that we know produces an insane amount of power? We pinned the locations of 3 of the top most powerful earthquakes ever recorded. My question is, are there any military bases in these locations where these earthquakes happened? Let's go further. 1952, located in the Kuril Islands. With all of these volcanoes or massive energy release points, this location is extremely militarized by Russia. They have built a network of surveillance bases across these islands. Or did they find them? Equipped with sensors, coastal communication systems, and missile defense platforms. I'm sure it's old world technology, based on my research. This airbase, finding it here in 1941, just 11 years prior to the supposed 9.0 earthquake, in the exact same location, 11 years apart. Just recapping this. They find it in 1941, and then 11 years later, that's it, one of the biggest earthquakes ever recorded takes place in the exact same location, the 9.0 earthquake. It's incredible. It's the exact same location as the 1952 earthquake. This is not a coincidence at all. That's just basically impossible mathematically. Something was found on this island, and most likely underneath it. So let's go even further and check the other earthquake out and see if anything crazy happened there. 1964, the second largest earthquake ever recorded, located in Prince William Sound, Alaska. It's a weird name. Let's keep going because this is just mind-blowing. How spot on we are. Do you remember what the Rand Corporation did in episode 138? Do you see which location is number 1 on this map? The exact same map that we were showing, detailing the perfect geographical areas for possible underground installation sites. Number 1 is Prince William Sound. Something is there. Based on my research, this was all found. Old world technology exists right here. And this is why, yet again, in the exact same location as the 1964 earthquake, we have yet another military location. It was built in 1953. This is 11 years apart yet again, before the massive earthquake. Now tell me again, is this mathematically possible? Or have we just found a pattern? All along the same exact supposed fault line, this time in Alaska, and the earthquake comes in 1964. And this Buckner building was only in use for 13 years. And then what happened in 1966? Just 2 years after this massive event, the building continued to operate until 1966, at which point the military pulled out. And then they left. What happened in this building, or underneath it? What happened in this location in the 1960s? They obviously built it for one reason, and that was to conduct this one specific event. An operation, a mission that would result in a 9.0 earthquake, the second biggest earthquake ever recorded. building this building and then leaving it after just 13 years. Just 2 years after the earthquake took place. This is not random. This isn't by accident. It's beyond obvious that this location, that the mission was conducted and it worked. And then they left. And now I want to know what's going on in the location that we just saw on July 29th, 2025, just 4 weeks after we exposed the Old World Gate. I want to know what is happening right here off Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. Just 1 day after the USA told Russia that they are sharply accelerating the deadline to broker a ceasefire in Ukraine. 1 day. The original deadline was 50 days. And that was changed the exact same day that this earthquake in Russia took place, with a brand new deadline of 10 days, ending August 7th, where Trump said he was disappointed in Putin. And then just randomly, the exact same day, we get the 6th most powerful earthquake ever recorded, where scientists supposedly cannot predict earthquakes. And they are just random, of course. Are you sure? Let's go see what's going on in this location, because I don't think they're random at all. Let's take a minute and thank all of our badge members, all of our Patreons, and every single subscriber. You are all awesome. And it's really cool seeing this community grow to more and more people every single week. Thank you all for liking all of the episodes as well. We are just getting started. We are on YouTube, Rumble, X, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify if you're looking for even more content from us. Something's going on in this location because it's not just one earthquake. The 8.8 earthquake and the 6th most powerful one ever documented, according to the USGS, are happening right here in this location. And based on everything that we know and have seen, there is a massive operation taking place where this is not normal at all. To have all these earthquakes taking place in a 24-hour time frame. And all of them are over a magnitude of 2.5, all right next to each other on the exact same fault line that we've been talking about. Something is happening, something huge. These are not just aftershocks. They're organized, coordinated in my eyes, as if something's being tampered with right off the coastline. And what is in this location? What's right here? What have we just found? Where we read that these earthquakes are all going off right next to the nuclear weapons stored here at the Rybachiy nuclear submarine base. A submarine base located right here underwater. Underwater bases. Could we be any more right? How is this possible that we are correct every step of the way? What's going on here? And what is this submarine base? The exact base or underwater city that we've all heard about, sitting right in the blast zone. We have a submarine underwater facility under the START 1 agreement. What is the START 1 agreement? An agreement that the United States and the Soviet Union signed on July 31st, 1991. Going on to say that they have declared over 5 START sites. That's over 60 sites, including 6 publicly documented submarine underwater old world facilities. Who the heck is living underwater right now? What's underwater? What are we seeing today? 6 facilities underwater in this exact same location that just ripped off one of the most powerful earthquakes ever documented. We're no longer trying to find the trail. I believe we are standing on it. We are stacking so much evidence that the old world was here. Evidence that what we suggested all along is so true. And this is no longer a theory. This is without a doubt taking place. We have found the sites. We know what to look for. And I still say it because it's so true. There are so many things, so many places that I cannot wait to show you. We are just getting started. I don't believe for a second that these are just storage sites underwater. Do you? It's so clear that these sites are powerful. They're using an old world technology. And we explained this 4 weeks ago, before it actually happened in real time. I believe we were just handed the key to go further. Handed the key, pinpointing the exact location to look. Anytime that a massive energy release takes place on this fault line, we now know to ask the question, what military activity is located there? Are there any bases? Any underwater supposed storage facilities? We're locked in, especially when we see that this exact location that all of these massive earthquakes are taking place in have at least 2 access tunnels, tunnel entrances, and supposed climate-controlled sites connecting multiple rooms within the storage halls. Something's going on here, something huge, and a massive operation just took place and shook the earth. They're doing something, an experiment, an energy production operation, taking energy from the earth and using old world technology. So we have this underground base, and guess what? It's located in a closed town. Access is restricted, all for military secrecy. 23,000 people live here. A closed town. Are you kidding me? Home to this nuclear submarine base, one of the most important submarine bases in Russia. Underground warhead tunnels. What is going on here? And then we get this right here in this town. A closed town, off limits to the public. Could it be any more obvious? Closing the town down. And after going on their website and seeing their story, where in 1908 and 1909, they found something huge. Targinskaya Bay, which of course turned out to be an ancient old world volcanic crater, meaning that they found an old world site and blocked this entire city off to the public, calling it a closed town. This is an old world location, restricted access to all of us, and something powerful is here, something that can shake the earth, and they just admitted it right here on their website. What in the world is going on in this city? What is going on in a restricted city in Russia that just produced a massive earthquake? What is underground, underwater in this location? A closed city. Old world gates. Did we just call this or what? Built on a volcanic crater, which we know is the location that the energy is being released, an access point to this old world technology, the old world power, home to Russia's most important nuclear submarine base, deliberately constructed over the remnants of a volcanic caldera. Incredible. A closed city on a volcanic crater. Massive earthquakes coming from here. An ancient site. How much clearer could it get that the old world created this power line and they have found it and are doing something with it, blocking us all out, restricting us, closed cities. This is the giveaway. Closing the city down and then saying there's ancient things going on their website. Are you kidding me? And remember, they're working together along this line, where the USA supposedly bought Alaska for nothing from Russia. 2 cents per acre, and then Start 1 begins. And these 2 countries, they work together, united, including on-site inspections. Each side granted rare access to each other's most secretive installations, meaning that the USA knows exactly what's going on in this closed city in Russia. Going even further, the USA knows exactly what happened with this earthquake. On-site inspections. What do you think that they're inspecting? What do you think they're working on in ancient locations, as we were told? Again, all of this is in my opinion, but it's based on my research, and you are always free to think whatever you'd like. That goes for every single one of my episodes. That being said, we have found some serious evidence throughout these episodes. The painting is becoming clearer and clearer. We are seeing locations, the keys, the clues, the groups. And what is this Start 1 agreement? Are you ready to go so much further than ever before? Are you ready to get your mind blown? We are just getting started.